which may mean that if you look at some of the other, there's a few other paintings and stuff around here in town uh, that were done, advertisement, Joseph Koons and a couple others, to a point are still existing. Maybe because the age of the sunlight and the weather, whether it got direct or different types of climates or weather or whatever, to a point may have played a role in this agent. Now, they don't last it from 1972, 1975, 78? Okay, 78 to now, which is what, 30 years? Something like that, I guess. The aging process, the materials we used was lead base or whatever it may be, acrylic or whatever. Um, it, it held up as long as it's expected to be held. But if you took a door off of a car and put it in the same place, then probably more likely that door would be rusted, or just took the panel, be rusted and going through the same process of aging as everybody as the mural on the wall. But as I said, if we took it and put it on formica or hardwood even, well, I think that the process would have lasted a lot longer. Now, not saying that we have a mural here, another mural at Edison Middle School that's done on plaster. It's basically, let me put it this way, it's the oldest mural here in town that I know of.
It was done by fresco.
Fresco, okay. So like, I understand the fresco is using a paste or plaster and then putting cloth over it, right? It's glued to the wall. You can't, yeah, it's glued to a plaster wall which you won't be able to take off. And so if they tear down the building, they can't yank that sucker out unless they.
Yeah, but they painted over it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm just saying they can't yank it out. And not going through the whole process, uh, you know, kind of, you have to date back in time and all that type thing, you know. You have caveman painting on walls, you know. So I ain't getting all to all that. I ain't going that far back, you know. I ain't got time for it. So anyway,
Next question.
Do you like the mural or dislike it, and why?
I think that the town itself, well, you had questionable doubts because some people said that the eyes to a point were too big and bright. You remind me of those old Stitch and Fetch It movies that the black man walk around and with his eyes all open and everything like that, you know. Which was okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, you put color into the old black and white movies. That's like, ain't nothing wrong with it. The town to a point gave it respect because some intelligent person put OIL on it. You know, that was about the only graffiti that was done. All these sophisticated modern people to a point talk about graffiti and everything to a point, and you say, well, is it a type of writing that you can't read, or only certain people can read that type of writing? I think the town has given, I myself, I think the town has given a whole great deal of respect. I would like to see something more advanced than the one they have in Douglas Center. I think we have the capacity and the intellect with all the modern technologies we have to paint something on masonite and put a nice design drawing up there. The kids could take their time for a summer project and work inside instead of having University of Illinois students go up there and do something that, you know, they got paid a fortune for. Hey, you know, they long gone and left a great big old red, you know, square mural. They call it a mural on the wall. I guess. If that's what they want to represent Douglas Center, I guess. But I thought y'all had a little bit more finer skills than that.
Next one.
What do you think the mural meant to the African American community?
Nothing. Nothing. Just a piece of artwork to individual to a point. Individuals, our names on it. It was undecided. It didn't take us forward. It didn't take us backwards. I've seen a lot of Mexicans murals to a point of, if they still print them out, halfway over California. If it's a symbol of taking over or representation or this is our ground or whatever, I guess that's good. I'd still like to go back and see some of those paintings that they did in caves. You know, where they took their hand up there and what kind of, did they use iron oxide or did they use boo-boo or did they use, you know, mud or whatever, you know? I'm sorry. Hey, it's lasted from back in caveman time to the present day, whether it be in Africa or wherever it is. You know, that's something to be seen. Modern day stuff, I say, well, like they used to have if I could draw out my ideas and put them down, and you take that recorder and tape them over and flip them over and make them move, and you say, wow, that's a modern day film we got there, like what do you call that little Walt Disney character with the Mickey Mouse, modern day Mickey Mouse. And I put it on a wide screen as big as this daggone wall. And I plug it into electricity. And I said, wow, I'm going to make this an advertisement screen because I don't want to make it a TV screen because ain't no money coming in. So I put it down there on County Market down there across from on Kirby. And they said, well, you know, ain't making enough money here advertising, changing different photos or whatever it may be. So to a point, hey, as far as it goes. Now, if I wanted one of those in my house, all depends on whether or not I want to pay the money or not. Whether I want to be on big screen TV or I want to go play by play. Can you imagine, wait a second, can you imagine if you had a stadium that holds, it used to hold 100,000, I believe, and they cut it down to 60,000 prime seats. And you put a big screen, TV screen at the end of it, so the sun won't shine on it, and you get big widescreen TV. And you run movies out there, and you sell popcorn. You know how much money you could make off? Excuse me for doing that. How much money you can make off that? They won't allow it. I guess. Ain't their idea. But I could use projectors the same way. Okay, what's the next question?
What community projects were you involved in besides the mural?
None.
How did you become involved with the mural project?
How did I come involved? How did we get started?
I know how I did, but how do you think you did? Do you remember?
No, I don't. Maybe I've seen a beautiful young lady sitting out there trying to get kids together to do an art project. And I said, well, maybe I want to see what she knows. So I asked her to apply for a job. I got the job, but I didn't get paid for it. It was an experience, educational experience, because I did not have time. I was trying to support my family and that type of thing. That's how I got involved.